right?
Yeah.
Now, real racism means you're not even in this building. You're not. It's basically this team. Get it all white.
okay.
I'll come back.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
that's racism to me.
I got you. But
Sweated to the truth, nothing but the truth. Put my hands on the Bible, y'all point me to the booth. Sweated to the truth. Yo, Gilbert Arenas back with some more truth.
your time with the NBA in terms of players, coaches, etc. Have you actually experienced any real racism in the NBA?
No.
Never.
Real? No. I can. The reason I say no is when you're talking about racism, right? You're talking about I hate the fact that you exist, right?
Yeah.
The color, I don't care. You. Now you're telling me I go to Boston and then there's 22,000 people, right? You guys are supposed to be racist, right? Your whole team's black, right?
Yeah.
Now real racism means you're not even in this building. You're not. It's basically this team. Get it all white.
okay.
I'll come back.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
that's racism to me.
I got you. But saying, okay, I don't believe that you should exist and I hate your existence and I think you should die. Yes, that's Nazi Hitler racism.
Mm-hmm.
But saying, I don't consider you an equal. Yes, I admire certain things about you, but I wouldn't let you date my daughter. I wouldn't invite you to my home. I don't think you're as intelligent as I am, or some other. That's all racist.
Yeah, but I have on your jersey. I have on your shoes. I buy your product. Sounds stupid.
Sounds stupid.
Again, you know what I mean? It just fucking sounds stupid. I'm up there cheering and you can't date my daughter, but can you take a picture with her? It's stupid, right? It's just like come on. I don't know what fucking book you're reading from, but it's not the book that I've learned, right? And that's why I say you give me Duke. Duke probably wouldn't even show up to a game that has all black people. I'm pretty sure he doesn't even go to sports games, right? That's real racism. That's someone who says, "Hey, I don't consider none of this valuable." So, when I really judge it, I'm looking at the behavior, right? Like, same thing with like someone like Trump, right? Oh, he's racist. But every rally he does, it's all black music. It's not. That's Rihanna. I can hear Rihanna. That's Rihanna, right? That sounds like Rihanna, right? And then it switched to that's John Legend. That's right there. Beyonce's next. Like this is not like he's playing Taylor Swift and Lady Gaga all day. Like, come on. Like that's the shit I pay attention to.
Okay.
Like I hear words, but then I look at action, and action speaks very loud to me.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, we're in a very hypersensitive time, 2023, with social media and everything else like that, and anything that's remotely racist gets amplified.
Yes,
a lot.
Remote,
and that's just
the remote. It's the remote part of it, then versus the real.
Yeah, and anyone that says things that could be interpreted as racist will go down as a fact of being racist. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the reality of today, which is why you have to be extra careful. You know what I mean? You just have to you have to watch what you say, and
the fact that you have to watch what you say means you can say, "Oh, that's racist." You can't naturally just talk about racism because you're racist. Like they're gonna everything.
Oh, I'm kind of like Gilbert. I haven't experienced any real racism, so to speak. I've been called the N-word one time, and the woman said that as she was walking off, and she mumbled it under her breath, and I didn't know until somebody else told me what she said. But the truth of the fact of the matter is that not many people, if anybody at all, honestly, experience any racism like way back when. I mean, let's just be honest. And if we do, it's not the type of racism as exerting one's power over another. Let's say, kind of like in my situation where I was at a job, to where that woman can go to my boss and get me fired just simply because of I was an inferior Negro who didn't give her the respect that she deserved. It's not in that way. Racism that we kind of experience today, again, it is not that outright, blatant, no shame in your game kind of racism. It's the stereotypical, biased, preferential type in which we all got that. And some of them are justified. Some of them are justified and others aren't. It's our job to expose that which is real deal racism, depriving one of their equal freedoms and inalienable rights, being able to pursue life, liberty, and happiness, not because the Constitution says it, but because the Word of God gives us that freedom. Being able to identify the places that discriminate against us in that way, call them out on that, and get rid of them. But a lot of this nitpicky stuff that people is doing today, everything is racist, everything is, everything is anti, everything is against black folks. It ain't like that. You just got a lot of race hustlers today who want to push the agenda of victimization and white supremacy. That's all. That's it. But shout out to Gilbert Arenas for speaking truth. I'm pretty sure he's catching a lot of backlash because that's not the narrative for today. And the people, if you're not speaking what they want to hear, they don't want to hear it. Again, shout out to him for standing up and speaking the truth. We need more men. We need more men like him. I don't watch much of his podcast, so I don't know much of what he talks about, but he seems to just cut it pretty straight and dry when it comes to a lot of these issues today. But again, we need more men like that, so men, stand up and speak truth.
To the truth, nothing but the truth. Put my hands on the Bible, y'all point me to the booth.